Hello, I'm Annie Sloan.
And I'm Tristan Merriam.
And this is The Colourist,
a podcast about colour and its influence on our lives. Today we are talking about a personal favourite of mine, which is Florence. I love this colour. And before we started this, you said, I think it was actually in the previous episode, you said, oh, not everybody does. It's divisive. But it really does float my boat. Tell us, for people who are listening who might not know this colour, what it's like.
So it's Florence, and it's on the blue part of green. It's a strong colour. If you add white to it, you get all these sort of slightly turquoisey, aquamarine, greeny colours, all sorts, very, very pretty. But I think it's best is when it's really, really strong and vibrant. It's not for everybody because some people see it as it being a slightly unnatural colour. Interesting. Yeah.
You think that's what turns people off?
I don't know what it is. And I'm going to be very honest. It's not a colour that I think of immediately. And then I think of it and then I love it. And I do find it very, very useful and for doing certain things.
Like?
Well, I love it when it's used with black. Mm-hmm. I love it when it's used with make it a little bit grand. Mm-hmm. I rather like that. It's a little bit what's the word? Neoclassical. Neoclassical. It's got that, Napoleon and all of that. Mm-hmm. It's quite masculine. And it works well with blacks. So then it floats my boat.
It floats my boat too. And anyone whose boat it doesn't float, turn off now, because this is all about Florence. We've just said, it sits within the green family, and we've spoken before about there being many, many greens. You've said it's towards the bluer end of green. Yeah. So we've spoken before about there being many, many greens within the green world. You've just said that it sits on the bluey green spectrum. Mm-hmm. So if we're thinking of the colour wheel and Florence's complementary, what would be opposite Florence?
Okay, so if you look at the line of greens, so it goes from bluey greens to yellowy greens, so it's at the end near the blues, so it's near to Giverny, it's now near to, and they go up opposite, and that will be where the orangey reds are, so primer red, Scandinavian pink.
Oh, yes. Paprika.
Yeah. Sandalwood, yeah, really lovely.
Oh, it's getting me excited. Yeah, really I love these colour combinations.
It's not the bluey reds, because if you're going to do bluey reds, you're going towards that side. It's got to go to the warm.
And what would a bluey red be? Empress silk?
Bluey red would be burgundy.
I see, okay.
Actually, it wouldn't be bad. But if you did burgundy, I think you would need... it's getting technical.
Yes.
You'd need 3 colours to balance it. Okay. So you would go a bit orange.
Okay.
I think that would be Mm-hmm. I say that because I did a room once in that, and it did look rather lovely. You needed quite... Anyway, that's another story.
But it's the sort of zestier, reddy oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it wouldn't do it opposite, like completely opposite. You would do it so it's slightly softer or browner or that sort of thing. Yeah.
Either way, it's a fantastic, fantastic colour, and I'm very excited to be talking about it today because, as I say, it is one of my go-tos. I always think of it. I use it so often. Now, I'm presuming it's been given its name from the city of Florence.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was me visiting Florence many, many years ago. I've been many times and I've loved Florence. And for some reason, I go away thinking of this sort of colour. Now, I know there's plenty of colours, but maybe it's because it's a standout colour, it's slightly different. And it could be to do with the whole thing about the stone that you see, which is...
Malachite.
Malachite,
Of course.
exactly.
So you see a lot of malachite in Florence.
You do.
And Italy generally.
Yeah.
But there's something about Florence where you see even more of this colour?
Well,
or
not
is it-
necessarily. I mean, I suppose I go to Italy and I tend to go to certain places,
Okay.
and Florence is one of them. So
malachite.
Malachite.
For those people that might not know, malachite is a stone.
It's an incredible stone. It's that's what it looks like here, which is all these odd circles.
These
I've
like
done
swirly circles.
So what it was that it's when it was liquid and a stone and volcanic, it would have bubbled up, bubbles and bubbles. I think there's another picture, or not very good.
Oh, yeah,
there's
no,
a
that
picture
shows
there.
it more in its raw
It's
state.
all that's its raw state and very bubbly, and it's got a lot. And then what they do is they cut it, and it reveals all the bubbles. So it's amazing.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. And, by the way, an amazing faux finish to achieve using chalk paint.
So I've done lots of things where
Yes.
you'll see it in different places about how to do that finish. I'm very keen on it. So now let me just see. I want to show you some furniture that you see when you're in...
Oh, it's this very, very subtle piece that you sent me. Oh, if you're listening to this and not watching this, you need to find this image because
Yes.
you need to see this right now. It's very subtle.
So we're now on video, but you can also see, I'll be posting some of these on my stories or on my page so you can see everything. So this is well, I don't know. I mean, it is extraordinary. It's a little bit grotesque, I'd say.
I'd say so.
So lots and lots of gold, huge and lumpy and grand, with all covered in malachite. And the malachite would
lots
be
of
done in
gold.
strips and lots of gold, yeah.
Yes. A bit ostentatious,
Yeah.
shall we say.
Yeah, yeah.
But it shows malachite well, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I have a great fondness for it, I must say. It is extraordinary. And actually, this piece I do actually like. It's my own grand piano, of course.
In malachite and gold.
Yeah. I mean, it is amazing.
Malachite is amazing. I think those examples show it done
Yeah.
badly, maybe,
Yes,
in my opinion. But it can be so beautiful,
Yes.
can't it?
So I see, if you go to Italy, or even if you go to a really great museum, whatever country, you will probably find somewhere that there is an inlaid table, and it will be inlaid in imagery with pictures or just something completely abstract, and there will be some of this malachite because it's something that Italians loved using as a stone. I think it's called pietra dura, meaning hard stone. That's what it means, which is weird. But it is rather gorgeous.
And when you look at malachite, there's a great number of different shades of green within that. But Florence is the sort of lighter version.
Yes. Well, sort of, yeah. What I
Sort
do
of.
when I make my Florence, my malachite look, I do it with a background of a Florence with some white in it, and then put darker colours over it. But I mean, you could do it any way you like. You could do it stronger or darker or lighter, whatever you want to do. But it's that wonderful curl, which
Beautiful.
is fabulous. So you do see it all around, and tiny bits of it used everywhere. I don't know where it came from. That's a good point. Anyway, that green comes from, there would be a lot of copper. So wherever there's copper, you get this green.
And that makes sense. Because
Yes.
you get the green patina, you know.
That's
that
right.
Makes, I
Then it-
didn't know that, but now you've said it, I
verdigris, yeah.
completely...
And
See
the other
that.
copper colour is turquoise as well. So it's all that blue, green, blue. Turquoise goes really more turquoise. The stone
Turquoise is a funny colour, isn't it? Because people's teal and turquoise, you can be on a completely different page to
Yeah,
someone who thinks
absolutely.
it's a different colour.
Yeah.
But it links to Provence, which is another of your colours,
Yes.
slightly.
Yeah, exactly. So Provence, they are quite similar, I think, but one's a sort of lighter or different, more bluey version. Anyway, so that is where it all comes from. And I didn't say, but Florence, I think, was, I suppose perhaps still is, perhaps not, it was where things were coming in, trading. It was incredibly rich in Renaissance times and later, when there was a lot of trade between the Ottoman Empire, and so it was all coming, Byzantine, it was all coming in from Turkey and, well, whatever it was called then, so there was lots of riches and people buying and making and commissioning incredible things.
And this is around the 15th century?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16th century, yeah, exactly.
I see. So there's a lot of history to it, as there is with any of your colours.
Always. And, you know, the history to me is very, very important. In some ways you don't have to care, but if you don't know all the things, you might not use things, and little subtle references to things just raise everything up, raises us all up.
Absolutely.
I'm a great believer in knowing stuff.
We can see that so much so. I mean, gosh, have you ever had a colour where you've just plucked a colour out and called it sky blue? No.
Sky blue,
Every single colour has so much thought behind it, and I think it's very special.
Do you know where it comes from? Because I went looking for a colour, I mean, this would be like 40 years ago, and there was a colour, and I just went, all the paint companies had a colour called seafoam.
Seafoam. That reminds me of, well, I'm not going to say the place because I'll offend people, but, you know, the sort of...
brown.
The kind of, the foamy stuff you get in the Brown estuary where I live, which is,
Exactly.
North Somerset.
That's exactly what I thought.
It just does not appeal to me as a colour. No.
No boat's been floated.
No, not on the seafoam. No. So talk to me and us about the Lady in Green, because that has links with this as well.
Yeah. I think it's a Bronzino, and one of the great Renaissance painters, and I really just showed it because I love it so much. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful painting. I mean, apart from the clothes, her face looks like today. And look at her beautiful dress, and it's next to the red. And I mean, just colour-wise, it is stupendous. Her white. The colours are lovely. Anyway, she would be wearing something which I imagine was painted in these colours.
I see.
I imagine.
Actually painted?
In malachite.
Wow.
I mean, they would have ground malachite.
Yes.
And it would have been the most expensive. There were very few other greens around. So there would have been a green made from verdigris, which you mentioned, but that was fugitive, meaning it didn't stay and it went black. So you do get some pictures. I nearly put it up, but I thought, no. There's a painting I found, which is a medieval painting, and they were pointing to it saying there's this black thing on the ground, which was painted in, I don't know if it was verdigris, but something like that. But it would have been painted in shape, but now it's just a big sort of splurge.
Because it has changed over time.
It's gone black.
Naturally.
If you look at
blackened.
actually a lot of medieval and early Renaissance paintings, the trees are all black. And you think, oh, nice
very
black
sinister.
trees.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's just because the colour's gone.
It's worth remembering when you're looking at older pieces.
Yeah.
Because they will have changed over
Because
time.
I've years of looking at them and you think, I like those black trees. They're really cool.
It's become a thing.
Yeah.
So Italy and Florence specifically really inspired the colour Florence.
Yeah.
But it's not just Italy where this colour's kind of well known. It also has links to Turkey. Is that correct?
Yes, I think really it was the whole thing about Turkey, everything coming in from. I mean, I imagine actually. I think about it. I don't know. Malachite was probably. I was going to say mined
Yes.
in these places, you know, some volcanic areas. I really didn't know.
No.
I haven't looked that up. But so it's where trade was.
Yeah, you saw it in Florence and that's what inspired you to do it. But yes, it's found all over. And in Turkey, there's these, is it called Iznik? Tiles?
Exactly.
What are they known for?
Gorgeous. Look at that.
When you sent me this image, I really
absolutely fabulous,
loved
isn't
that.
it?
Yes.
So
vivid.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you've got it going with this beautiful blue, which could be Napoleonic, I suppose. Frida, probably a cobalt blue, and all of this colour, and then this red.
It's really beautiful, but on the white, it's even more striking.
There were other examples, and I thought, I'm not going to have the other examples because this one is just so good.
It's really good.
The texture is lovely, everything's gorgeous.
And it is very Florence.
Yes.
Lightened, perhaps.
Yes. Well,
maybe a
who
little.
knows what the photograph is?
Yeah, exactly. But it's gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah. So for me, and if you look and see lots and lots of Islamic, Turkish tiles, a lot of them in these colours, which is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
And it's also seen a lot in Majolica.
Majolica, yes.
And this is something I didn't know really the name Majolica, which is I know the imagery, but I hadn't really ever kind of known its name. I've been completely educated already.
It's my favourite. I just go back to it again and again.
Well, you do a lot of painting on plates.
Plates.
And you've done some projects using that sort of style, I suppose.
Yes. Well, these are sort of Renaissance, early Renaissance or that sort of time. So 15th, 16th century. But the imagery I so love. This was just a photograph from somewhere, and everything is gorgeous. But one at the end, he's got that sort of bit of green on him.
You see that colour coming through.
It's funny because I was talking to Vincent, who does our podcast for us, does a recording and all the rest of it. He goes to Italy a lot, and he said, Florence is full of it. And I've seen all these plates and they're full of it. But when you go to look for it, you actually find it's not many places. But maybe because it's not many places, I mean, it's only a tiny bit there. It's mainly yellow and blue. It seems to stick out.
Yes.
So it is, I just love it.
I particularly love it on that plate there, the sort of terracotta colour.
That one there?
Yeah,
yes.
That really
isn't that amazing?
Works brilliantly.
Absolutely. Very, very bold. Very you.
Yeah, well, maybe I am drawn to Florence.
Yes, yeah. Well, that with that sort of paprika. And I love the fact that the paprika isn't flat. It's sort of slightly washed. Because all of these are painted on. It's all painted. So Majolica is one of my favourites.
And that can be found... Is that sort of linked specifically to Italy, Majolica, or is that...
Yes, I think it started in Italy, and then it went all probably to the rest of Europe as well, because I think there is German and other stuff. I was given this beautiful book.
It's a corker. It's a whopper.
And it's Italian... It's actually... I often put a J in it, because we say Majolica, but it's...
Majolica.
It's an I, and maybe you say Majolica. And Europe.
Someone will tell us. Following this episode, we'll be told off, potentially.
But look at that. That is pure.
It's not the dominant colour in terms of the amount, but it is the dominant colour in terms of
very
impact. Because, that's the colour that really stands out.
It stands out. It's and the blue, of course, is amazing as well. There's another one there with that green again. And it's interesting to see these because you can see how you could use other colours with it. Perhaps you wouldn't use it because these are tiles, but you could do a stencil, perhaps, I don't know. But you could use little bits. It's knowing what the colours are. That's a lovely one.
Often with blue, often with this bright sort of Frida blue.
I don't know whether they mix them.
No.
These are lovely. Often... The figures on these are so wonderful. Those ones there are just wonderful, with the green leaves going up at the top. So
very inspiring in terms of colour and composition and design. And
you'll see these are from the Ashmolean, actually.
Here we go again. We love the Ashmolean. They should be our sponsors, shouldn't they?
So, it's my local museum, but, you will find, if you've got a good local museum, you'll probably find they've got some Majolica or Majolica, as we all say. I think Majolica just means painted ceramics, I think.
Maybe.
Sure.
That would make sense, I suppose.
I think I looked that up.
And you've got a few touches of Florence in your home. We found these. We've raided your downstairs loo. And... the hallway. One came from the hallway.
One from the hallway. So this is a lovely picture done by a friend of mine.
Oh.
I know, it's lovely. Someone giving someone...
A lobster.
Yeah, it's a Maori, and he gave it to me.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it even more now that it was done by a friend who gave it to you. I didn't realise.
Yeah, and it's got watercolour.
But you've done the beautiful frame.
And the frame is done by, first of all, painting in Florence, and then doing over, and I can't remember the colour I painted over it. I waxed it and put vinegar, and the vinegar eats out the colour. And I think I just do blobs. That's how I've done it.
Such a cool effect, isn't it?
It really seems to work on that piece.
It does, because there is a little sniff of Florence in the painting itself, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
And we've got this one, which looks very different in terms of colour, but I suppose that's because of the vinegar and the process and the waxing.
Yeah, so
they
that's got black colours, on it, but it's not.
No.
Got a gold frame, and it was... and I did it that colour because this is a little hand-painted Chinese image. I used to have lots of them. My brother took some. And then they're from my family home. And they would have come from... Macau, because my parents lived in Africa and they brought them from Macau.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah, and I just copied the colours from there and framed it, and it's all it needed, really.
But let's just spend a moment talking about how brilliant it is to paint photo frames with chalk paint. I mean, gosh, where would we be without it? You can really make a painting or a picture come alive simply by changing the frame.
Absolutely, because he had a ordinary brown frame.
Yeah.
And it didn't shine.
No.
Now that gold,
really does.
the colour there shows up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do people use Florence well? Have you got examples of work where people have used Florence in different ways?
Well, let me see. Now, who could be using the colour well? I don't know.
Shameless plug.
You are shameless.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, I do use it a lot, and I've used
Just
it with
before anybody says, no, this is actually Tristan's piece. And what did you do it for?
It was for the Painter in Residence, Painter in Residence residency. Is that the way you say it?
Yeah.
So that was one of my 6 pieces, and I love this because it was a glass-fronted China display cabinet, which I love painting the glass on because you get such a big surface area. But the main frame is Florence because, of course, it is. I love it.
And what are the other colours you've used?
So, Provence. It looks to be Scandinavian pink, I think Greek blue, and I think that's it, but the colours look very different. Maybe there's I think that's it. But when you put Greek blue on top of Scandinavian pink, it makes Scandinavian pink look completely different to how it does with Provence on top of it. But I think it's just those colours, and then the background is some of the wall paint colours.
It looks really great.
Yeah.
And did you paint on the inside or on the outside of the...
Outside on that one.
Oh, the outside.
You can paint on the inside. Yeah, so I painted on the outside and then waxed it, but you could paint on the inside and have it shiny.
Yeah. So that's really lovely. Yeah, great. And did you wax it with dark or just clear?
Just clear wax on that one. So a bit of an Art Deco vibe.
And that's interesting because the Art Deco vibe, I think, is also part of the whole look.
With this colour?
With this colour. Yeah. I don't quite know why, but it does seem to work. Now, I know that...
I love this piece.
Yeah.
Genie.
Oh, Genie. It doesn't look like it's Florence, but it is.
But isn't that incredible that compare that to the previous image?
I think it might be photograph.
Maybe,
possibly.
Maybe.
Gone.
But either way, it's a striking piece.
Yeah. But she might have I think she might have added a slight bit of colour. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is a real Art Deco, at least 1930s piece. The shape and everything about it, and I think it's glorious. And I think that Art Deco did go for these colours. Don't know, it's slightly Egyptian as well. So there's this sort of odd thing going on. I
see that, yeah.
And
just so brilliant, isn't it?
And with black.
An incredible design.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And there's a little detail of it. And copper. Works really well with copper. And that's another piece which is a little bit more, same as yours, quite
With the Art Deco shapes, yeah.
Art Deco-y. Now, we've got actually step-by-steps of these, so you might find that quite useful. We might add it somewhere to the podcast. We have so many ideas.
Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely chandelier painted.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
That was mine. And
Is it?
Yeah, it was in one of my books. And it's one of those...
Is that your house in France?
No, this was a house we went and did photography in.
Oh, that's
we
gorgeous.
hired it. So that is one of those big brass ones. And they've really... I mean, nobody wants that big brass look anymore. They might have gone back to it. Actually, they have got a bit back. But I just feel
I prefer it in Florence.
I prefer it.
Personally, it has a lot more about it.
And what I did, I don't know if it could be seen, I wiped... Oh, yeah, look.
Bit of gold?
I just wiped it away.
Oh, you wiped it back. That's clever, yeah.
So then you've got a little bit of the gold. And I did it in quite a few other places as well. So you've got the gold coming through, the brass gold. So, yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
And there's one other painter who used Florence in a slightly different way, I'd say, which was Ildiko.
Ah, yes.
So that's
right.
where it is just all Florence. You know, it's.
Well, she's got a little bit of other colours. So Ildiko Horvath in Canada.
I see, that's so striking, isn't it?
It's beautiful, but look, she's got little bits. This is what she would do. Little bits of yellow.
Poking through. Really nice.
And so it goes a bit green.
I love that effect.
Yeah.
Blended, bit of dry brushing, a few layers by the looks of it. And it's just, magic.
Good, I'm glad you like what I do. Yeah.
I love her work.
I found another one which I love too, and I think it's slightly Art Deco-y. Art Deco, maybe even arts and crafts. And it's someone called, I think it's Antonia Munn or Amanda Munn. We'll put it in wherever. I found it on Instagram or Pinterest, I think, Pinterest. And I really rather love it. I think it's rather pretty and...
It's a bit folky.
Slightly folky, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And again with the orange and the blue.
So it can be used in a whole variety, you know, Art Deco, distressed, whatever, folky. It's one of those colours. It's very, very versatile.
Yeah.
Which colours could you mix it with to kind of create a new variant of that colour? So we've spoken about white and lifting it. I've got a favourite, but I'm interested now. Okay. I want to hear yours first. What have you mixed it with to?
Well, the obvious one for me is blue. That just deepens it and makes it a bit more sort of funky. And I would use orange in it because, or reds, obviously. Complementary is red to make it darker. So I'd probably use a bit of paprika to make it darker.
That's interesting.
Make it darker.
Yeah.
If you wanted it to be.
Even stronger.
Yeah. As I say, it's not a colour I use that much. So what would you do?
I always use it with Aubusson. I love the mix of Aubusson and Florence together because it just...
Well, because Aubusson...
Yeah, and you said blue. And it's got green. Exactly. I just love it. It works. I used it the other day, funnily enough. It just... Those two colours work. And it would be mainly Florence with a bit of Aubusson, not the other way round. That's...
And should we talk about neutrals that go with it?
Yes.
So...
Because, quite hard, potentially.
Yeah.
Because it's quite an unnatural colour, as we said earlier.
Yeah, so... Even though it isn't unnatural.
No. You don't see it unless you're in Italy with loads of malachite.
Yeah, I don't. I find it unnatural. The opposite, because it's a green, so country grey has got green and red in it. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't do that well with it. I don't really like it. I think it's because it's so blue. So it's actually better with Paris grey, I think, or with...
a white.
Yeah.
Old white.
Or old white. But if you want to do a neutral, that would be...
What about French linen?
French linen?
I'm just thinking of the neutrals, and if I were to use that, I don't know what I'd choose, actually. I probably wouldn't put it with many neutrals, actually.
No,
I'd probably keep it quite bright and vibrant.
Yeah, but if you wanted to... Black is good. Yes. Black is fantastic.
Especially for the malachite look, you know?
Yeah. Actually, I've just noticed this frame is quite sort of purpley. And actually, that looks good
Tyrian
with the gold
plum.
as well.
That's a Tyrian.
Plum.
Great mix.
Wow.
So it's a very popular chalk paint colour. I think it's people talk about it a lot when I do workshops, when they come into the shop and choosing paint, they are drawn to it. Yes. I know there's a few people that aren't potentially.
But generally
popular.
Hugely.
Yeah. So why is it not a wall paint colour?
God, that's a really good question. I don't really know. Would you use it as a wall paint?
I don't know. I don't know. I use Aubusson as a... thinking back to my mixing, Aubusson as a wall paint colour in our home, yes. So I would probably use a mix of Florence and Aubusson together to give it a sort of a cross between the two. But Florence as a wall paint colour might be a lot.
Yeah, I think...
I don't know if the world's ready for it.
I don't think I'm ready. I might
But I just wondered.
A strong turquoise.
Yes.
That would be... I would make it go towards that slightly more.
It's just...
I'm very drawn to turquoise, bright turquoises.
Yeah.
So I think I'd do that. Don't know whether I could quite... It's the big wall... It's the big malachite wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
With the piano in it.
With the
piano.
And
the bomb chest and everything else.
I think I'm moving out at this
Yes,
point.
I know. It's going to be a lot. But yeah, I just wondered why... was it ever discussed? Was it an option? Probably not.
No,
because you've got Shinkle Green, which is a very, very, very bright green, but it's a very different green to Florence.
Yes. Imagine putting velvet on your wall. A deep velvet green on your wall. Would you do that? I think I
don't
might.
know. Yeah, I think I probably would.
Rather
actually.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
But maybe hard to sell because it might not be a colour that they feel they can really use in that way.
Well, I mean, I'm always doing that sort of thing. I go for the colours I love.
Exactly.
And, my favourite designers, as I've said, David Hicks, he would have done it. And talking about velvet on the wall.
Yes.
He did a beautiful, the red, this is the lovely story of he took his grandmother's red velvet, not petticoat, jacket or something, and put it over the fireplace.
Because he just wanted that colour.
Red, but he loved his grandmother's velvet.
Not petticoat. Jacket. So that would be weird if it was a petticoat above the fireplace.
Yes.
I mean, we could try it. We like quirky.
Maybe
that's too quirky. Anyway.
The velvet was lovely. So,
yeah.
that's sort of, if you think of fabrics.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were gone everywhere.
Digressed onto petticoats and fireplaces. But it's a wonderful colour, and I love hearing about where that came from. Is there anything more you wanted to say about it?
No, I couldn't live without it, which is really interesting.
No, absolutely could not live without it.
And I love my malachite look. And, if you haven't seen it or haven't done it, go and have a look. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, well, when we release this episode, let's push the malachite tutorials and imagery that you've done, because it does go hand in hand, and it's a really fun way of using chalk paint and lacquer and creating something that is just like real malachite, really.
It is.
Cardboard. We're giving too much away now, but it's a really easy technique and fun.
Much easier than you think.
Yes.
You think, I couldn't possibly do that. Yes, you can. It looks very cool.
Right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
And don't forget to watch us on YouTube, Spotify. I'm going to be still doing my things on my Annie Sloan Instagram page about the colours and how it all works. And I think that's it.
That is it, yeah. See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.